Okay, so this is the first video in the deferred revenue journal entry workflow as part of the low code close. And to introduce the low code close, this is a fictional scenario where we close the books um, of a company that uses QuickBooks with minimal spreadsheet use. So let's go ahead um, and take a look at how we read in the data to kind of get started on this workflow. So we use the Excel reader node. So ironically, and this is just the case, what format does all of our data kind of come out in? It comes out in Excel, but we want to be as hands off as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to build these automated workflows and kind of set them up one time. We're going to start with the Excel reader node. We're going to direct it to the path where the P&L data is stored. We're preparing the deferred revenue workflow entry. So we're going to need to reclassify some of the warranty revenue to deferred revenue. Um, so as you can see here, what we're doing is just pointing it to that directory where the data is located, selecting the first sheet of data, and I've left all of these columns as default because it already had the headers in the first row. So let's go ahead and that this has already been run. So we're not going to go through and execute these nodes right now, but we're just going to quickly kind of walk through what I've done here. Then I just said any blank columns, we don't want them. So if anything has 100% missing values, just filter them out. Then what we're doing is we're saying that there's empty A over here. We want to fill down empty A with the previous value because that's our account value, and it was so if we look at it over here, we want the account to populate in every um, every row. So we want to drag that value down. Right now, it's as you can see over here, it's missing. So we want to drag that down. After we do our missing value node, then it drags down. Then we have the rule engine node, and what we're doing with this, we're trying to extract some of the more higher level categories of accounts into their own individual columns. So we're taking everything from that empty A, and we're mapping it into this new column, income, cost of goods sold, or expense. So um, so basically, we're using the rule engine node to do that. So if it has any of these descriptions, create this description in the new column. And then we're going to use the missing value node to drag that down as well by selecting previous value on this so that we have it populated across all of our rows in the tables. Just like this. This is what we want. So now we have a dimension that we can filter on. Then we filter out the missing values in date so that we get rid of all of the lines that don't actually have a transaction like this over here. So when we do that, we're getting to a nice clean data set here. Finally, we rename the first column to account so that it has a logical name. And then we remove some the white spaces from that. So we're going to strip account. So we remove the white spaces. So this is the first video in the low code close. The next one will cover the joiner, and then we'll continue on with the entry. Thank you.